Hey, I know, a couple minutes early, guys, but good evening, good evening, good evening.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. How we all are?
Hi, yes.
Well, I never noticed. If you look at the horse and go straight up out into the water, what the hell is that?
Holy shit.
What is it?
It's a Loch Ness Monster.
Maybe it's
Megalodon. That's just a tip of
no,
Megalodon's tail.
no. They started driving years before they got back to the Earth.
Oh, well, I don't know what to tell you then. Hey, Steve. Eric. Eric just popped in. How you doing, Eric?
Well, I know. Stretch, stretch. Get you some coffee there, Eric. You just waking up. Boy, how about Mr. President Trump? He's kind of on a tear, ain't he?
Oh my God, this is better than any drug, and I love my weed. But I'm telling you what a high just watching what's going on.
Man, what
And they
is it? He
can't.
said that.
They're melting down, but they have no stand. How do you argue that we are deporting? I've got a Woody all day. That we're deporting illegals, but they're targeting
Yeah.
the scumbags. They're targeting the criminals. So how do you defend? You can't argue that.
Oh, today, man, they went and picked up a lawyer. I forget where it was at. It was like Massachusetts or somewhere.
Hey
But
Nick,
he was, hey, Nick. Yeah, yeah, it does my heart good. I'm waiting to see Chicago. I want to see him just bring a special custom made orange blimp suit, you know?
yeah, but nah, it's happening and it's happening quick. And it's not the roundup. We're not after the kids and women yet. Coming, but right now they're targeting the criminals, and this is what kills me because I was watching a thing. Steve knows who he is, Anthony Brian Logan, and he was doing his local news coverage, and they were they were targeting criminals that they knew were there.
Yeah,
I know this guy's a murderer, but we can't get him because sanctuary city rules.
not anymore.
So now it's like we can get these people, but when you get a criminal, they're usually with other people. And
They're
they said,
picking them
"Hey,
up
we're not
too.
just because they're not on my list, don't mean they ain't coming."
That was nice.
God bless them. God bless every one of them ICE agents, every one of them feds out there doing their job.
Oh, yeah. And they've all been given 7 day a week notice.
So I mean, it's got to happen
Kind of
because
gives me the fuzzy
nobody knows
tinglies,
the
you
real
know?
number. It's between what 11 and 20 million.
Dude, I've seen estimates up to 35 million.
See, there you go. Nobody knows a real number, and if you told me 35 million, I wouldn't doubt it. Not seeing the reports every day for 4 years of the people just pouring in.
Yeah. Well, if I went out and noticed my city, but I don't, that would give you a good idea of what's possibly going on everywhere else, you know? But being that we're on the main highway straight up from Texas, I-35,
Yes, sir, I am, Nick.
what's Nick doing
He
now?
asked about the bourbon guy. Yeah, when I drink whiskey, it's bourbon. Well, I like anything. I'm not a Scotch guy, I guess, but
No, you go to the bar and you ask for a whiskey. You don't ask for bourbon.
that's how I order. But I specifically state not Scotch because
Yeah,
I'm not a Scotch guy. I really don't know why. I just never took to it.
yeah. The best thing was always, my usual whiskey and coke.
No, I was either whiskey straight up or tequila and OJ. If I had to have a drink to nurse, I'd have tequila and OJ.
Couldn't do much tequila without having Valiums around to help.
Yeah, oh,
Prince Valium, Prince Valium makes you do stupid shit sometimes.
what do you mean sometimes?
All right, I'm sorry. Yeah, Trump set the world straight today, pretty much.
Yep.
When he told them over at Davos, no, we ain't doing this green.
No.
That ain't happen. People want to drive what they want to drive. We'll have enough petroleum.
Yep. But it's a marvel to see how many people are finally going, I can speak my mind now. I can go back to common sense because they had to deny it so long because they were in it so damn deep.
We'll be able to say stuff like there's only two sexes.
Yeah, it's law.
Gulf of America.
And that is got to be the stupidest fight we've ever had. There's only two sexes. Yes, there is only two. I'm not denying your gender, whatever they call it. Whatever's up in your brain that makes you think you're a guy, a girl, or an it. I'm not denying that. All
Hey,
right,
Rick.
there might be something there that I don't know about because I don't experience it. But you still got to admit, there's just two genders. Why is this a fight?
Okay. Gender is a made up term.
Okay, but for this purpose, you know what I mean when I say gender. What gender are you? You know what I
Right.
mean. Don't play dumb with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you're
Exactly.
talking to these
Yes.
people, don't play dumb with me.
Let's get to the brass tacks.
It
It's
was
only
like
two
watching Geraldo
sexes.
Rivera go, coyotes can't carry people across the border. They're only small dogs. You know what I mean, you dumb motherfucker. Don't play dumb.
Dude, he got his nose busted on TV by a chair.
Hey,
That
Brett.
makes up for that makes up for everything else comes out his damn mouth.
Or that other chick. We got to stop using illegal alien. Because when you say that, all I think about is little green Martian men. No, you dumb
Oh,
bitch. You know what I'm talking
guess
about.
what? That's back in
Oh,
vogue
yes,
now.
that
They
is.
can use aliens. They can use the term alien, illegal alien, like it's written down in the law.
Yes. It's time you stop changing my terms and just accept that there are words you may not like.
Oh, I'm sorry, play a different track in your head somewhere. Get you a thesaurus. Oh, President of Argentina told them they're in Davos. It says Davos has begun to crumble. This is a good thing.
That's a very good thing.
You
It's
had
time
who
to
was it?
hit the reset button. Back.
Yeah,
Just stop. Sorry, you might have to reload some of your apps, but we're gonna go. Let's reset this shit.
yeah. Well, yeah, it's a little bit deeper than that, man. It's like seven. This is the second 1776, and it has just started.
Exactly.
Take a breath. Do what you normally do. Keep your head on a swivel.
But you notice the different tone that's starting to develop because now they know they can't push us around anymore. Just because you got pink hair and a bull ring in your nose, you don't get a say anymore. Shut up. You're not
No, I
scaring me.
think that. Well, I think they pissed off BLM and Antifa because now they've switched over to Trantifa.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Hey, you be you, dude.
yeah, that's Seattle, man.
Yeah, well, I don't expect anything good out of Seattle.
Well, we got to see some good one-hit wonders. Hmm. That one old boy, just one pop, put him straight to the ground. Don't come after me with a fucking cane in your hand, thinking I'm just going to stand here and let you beat me.
Exactly.
But I wish we knew where that one was. The biker babes.
The biker babes. Oh my God, that was a fucking
Gotta
riot.
love them.
Oh
Oh,
my God, have you seen somebody put together quite a compilation, 3 parts of the Just Stop Oil protesters getting beat up, run over. You know, the good ones, not the ones where they win.
no. Where's this?
I found them on YouTube. Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry.
often wonder what I would do if I was presented with that position. If I was up front and there they are in front of my truck. Damn, I don't know.
That's why I'm in the second wave.
It's either that or just I pray to God it's the day I have the snowplow hooked up. Go ahead, sit on the ground. I'll scoop your ass right up.
And that would be cool. That little.
But I think Maine's one of them states that if you're in the street being stupid and get hit by a car, tough shit, your fault.
Yeah. Oh, don't forget Trump declassified JFK, RFK, and MLK assassination files.
Yes.
Let the reading begin.
Yeah. Oh, there's gonna the videos I see coming out in the next week.
Yeah. But basically, it's like from what I hear, it's pretty much what Oliver Stone's JFK
Yep.
portrayed.
I've heard somebody else say that.
But
Maybe it was you.
man, Joe Pesci, come on now. He played a little tranny freak, weirdo. Oh, poor John Brennan don't get to have his security clearance any longer.
Oh,
Does that
good. I
make you feel
mean, they
better?
deserve it. It would kill
Yep.
me. I was telling you that the other night. I don't know what I would have done if I'd have pulled mine. It's just that I don't know. It's that
Yeah, but
shame.
you're a man of honor. You're a man of honor.
But it's that
Those
shame of
guys aren't.
being the one that has to leave the room. When they announce anybody without a top secret or better, get out, and you have to stand up and leave. I couldn't imagine the shame.
Come on, you've been kicked out of plenty of teams.
Never once.
When you was a
I
kid,
held it above top secret. I sat in every fucking meeting that we ever had.
that's wild.
Yeah, because I worked in S3. I drove for the S3. Whatever he was in that day, his tank, his truck, his Jeep, the 113, whatever. I drove it.
Yeah,
And then if he didn't need me, I'd work in S2. You know, maps and strategy. Mainly, I copy maps and run it and back and forth from division to brigade and blah blah blah. You know the drill. But
yeah,
yeah, so I held an above top secret. So every time we're in the Radio Shack or you're in the commo tent, the CP tent, everybody that's got a top secret clearance, get out.
yeah.
There's Spec Boy Bean just sitting in the corner. Ha ha ha. I'm watching colonels and lieutenant colonels walk out, and I'm sitting there. That was cool. Kind of a power trip when you're 18, you know?
I bet.
Except for the night Dad called up. What the fuck did you do? The FBI just left here. I was like, oh, shit.
Really, Dad, it's not that. Yeah, Dad got to be in two of the biggest situations after World War II.
Oh,
You know,
no shit.
yeah, he was over there when they put up the wall in Berlin,
Yeah.
and then you had the Bay of Pigs.
Did he live to see it tore down?
Yeah,
That's kind of cool.
but dude, he would not go. There was a roving display, went
Yeah.
to like planetariums, museums, and shit. But no, he wouldn't go see it.
No.
He said no. Mm-mm.
So, in the eyes of somebody that fought and was there, how'd he feel about it coming down? Did he see it as progress or as a waste of his time?
It was more of a wait and see what they do with it.
I got you. I got you.
You know, that's all you can do. Unlike what was it, Burma, Myanmar that Hillary tore up.
Yep.
We're going to give it back its old name. Did they ask you to do that?
Yeah.
And it's now Mount McKinley again.
Yep.
Yeah, before we ship Fauci to Russia, we should fully update his vaccine shots.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. It'd be a shame if he missed any of the shots and he gave us and ended up getting sick due to international travel, right?
That's right. Maybe his breast will swell up and blow up.
I'd still say we need to change his name to Pincushion.
Pincushion. I swear to God, put him in the stocks, and everybody that had to take the jab and a booster, however many boosters, gets to jab him that many times.
But man, now you got to have some special fun for the ones that died. The families of the
But they
ones
get to
that
put whatever
died.
they want in their syringe.
But it can't be too potent now.
No.
We at
But
least,
there's stuff that you can inject that just turns you to agony, not kill you quite all.
yeah. Well, don't forget apparently they've gotten their direct energy weapons pretty good. They were actually getting ready to use them on January 6th.
Really?
Yeah, Millie called for them, and some of those are it's what I read at a certain frequency. It'll make you feel like you're burning from the inside out, and
Yeah.
the lower frequency it could put you into an epileptic seizure.
I haven't heard of that one. I've heard of the one that
Yeah,
cooks you.
it's ELF, extra
Yeah.
low
Yeah.
frequencies and extremely low frequencies. And then there's the other one that turns you into a screaming maniac because it's all in your head, is
Yes.
where it's working and between your ears and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, look how far we advanced, man. That beats the hell out of turning everybody gay on the battlefield and then they give up the war.
I don't agree with that. I served a long
That was
couple of
back
gigs.
from the 70s.
Well, yeah. I served along some gay guys. I got nothing against gay guys. I got
No,
something
this was
against
so.
people dependent on drugs and hormones on my bill that cannot be deployed in combat. And I just wished that you could get beyond the I'm not homophobic, I'm not transphobic, I'm common sense. I can't go into combat with high blood pressure because I may not get my medication. You can't go to combat with certain medical conditions that depend on medication you may not get access to.
Yeah, well, this was for everybody. As they exploded over the field, people ingest the drug through breathing. Just like
Oh, I remember
German.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was a gay drug.
The
That's
gay
what they call.
bomb.
Yeah, the gay bomb.
Yeah. I still don't think it would stop it because them gay guys I served with, man, I wouldn't fuck with them. No pun intended, but I wouldn't. No,
You mean you wouldn't have made it as a Spartan?
no. But I mean,
I'm sorry, the 300 died people.
yeah, they died exactly. Moral of the story is you still died. I would have taken up a better defensive position. I would have retreated when I needed to.
Yeah, but Adolf was a really nice guy. He only had a bad couple of years.
Yeah. What else was good in the news? There's a port alien. Yes. Yeah, one guy they had in the back of that cruiser. I'm not going back to Haiti. Yes, yeah. Sorry.
I think you and Barack Obama.
Yeah, I think Barack Obama probably did. Oh, yep. Run.
I'm waiting this that Karen Bass out there, man. Los Angeles. She got too many trips down to Castroville.
Yeah, that in
Uh,
Africa.
yeah.
What? Who was the one that? It wasn't L.A. I want to say it was Illinois, Michigan, somewhere up there. 63 trips to Africa in 4 years as a
That
mayor.
probably
I think it was like a mayor.
had to be up
Uh,
near Detroit or
yeah, what's a mayor got to go to Africa for? Never mind 63 times.
but it was a mayor, man, that bang fang fang after
Hmm.
Swalwell.
Which never anything ever got punished for that. I mean,
Yeah. But hey,
yeah.
we had got by that time and gotten to, chasing balloons and shooting it down over somebody else's country.
God
But what a
almighty.
team, boy. They had those brand new female flight suits.
Oh, yeah. The pregnant ones.
Yeah.
What? Are you serious? Oh, and they did great study on haircut styles, too, for women.
Oh, and what did they find?
I don't know. I guess they changed the regulations on hairstyle.
They've changed regulations on everything.
Yeah. I like the great, let's make the PT test all equal. It didn't work.
No. Or the
Because,
little yellow cards in their pocket?
oh, I saw that. No.
No.
No. If I ever said, drill sergeant, I'm stressed, you know what? I will be stressed.
Had they done the complete transfer to what are the contractors to do the food when you were in?
No,
Or are you
no, we
still
still had
KP
mess.
duty?
Yeah, we still had KP mess hall. I never had to do KP because there was plenty of other fuck ups besides me. But
Oh yeah. Well, fuck ups got to learn to do something too.
I didn't have to do KP until I came home and went National Guard.
Bastards.
Bastards. And then I only had to do KP because I was the first one up that morning. We had gone out drinking the night before, and I got up and I went to the latrine, took my shower, and I was headed back to the barracks. And oh yeah, they saw me. Bean, you're up. Come here.
What's for scrambled eggs?
I'll tell you what, you're on KP, you eat good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, yeah, no, now you're right. They got contractors for this and that. We did have one contracted out snack bar on our post. We had the post exchange. We had the uh,
Yeah.
no, what the hell they call it? It's Stars and
Well,
Stripes uh, funded it. It was like it's kind of
well,
like the USO, but Stars and Stripes did it.
yeah, little
So it was like a
concessions.
little snack. You went in, you could order sandwiches and coffee,
Yeah,
and
little concession stand.
yeah, yeah. But it was like an indoor restaurant. And then they had one that was all German contracted It was a private restaurant that won a bid or something.
Yeah.
And I mean, they served great food, but I like the Stars and Stripes bar because that
Yeah.
was, you know,
I liked it better when it was a lot more self-sufficient, streamlined, not so much useless things that money goes to, you know.
yeah.
I'm sorry your cousin Uncle Bobby didn't make his money today.
But we didn't have to eat at the snack shacks often because our mess hall was awesome. You hear about Army Chow, but our mess hall was pretty damn good.
Nah, they're all about the same, really. Until you get out in the ocean, nobody got nothing on that.
Well, that's true. But no, we had a good chow because our chow hall was the Sergeant Elvis Presley mess hall. So they had an
Oh
image
well,
to
shoot.
uphold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
in fact, that's where I met Colin Powell. I literally knocked his lunch tray out of his hand.
Good for you.
Well, back then he wasn't a douchebag.
Oh,
I'm talking back in the 80s, 84, 80, yeah,
oh
maybe
hell.
early 85.
He didn't smack you, but you wished he had
Oh,
it.
no, he chuckled because it was his fault and mine. I turned around, he walked forward, and that was it. I mean, we crashed.
Kind of
Oh,
like the
well.
way I met Tommy Aldridge. I turned around, bam, right. Fuck. I saw stars, and I know he had to, but
Yep.
damn.
But I weren't the only guy involved in the crash. It was a multi person crash, you know. So, but I did get some of his lunch on my shoe. So,
Did you keep it?
no, I had to go back and polish my shoes because we were in Class
Best.
B's.
Oh,
Which I hated Class B's. That meant people are here.
you have to be really, really, really nice.
Yeah, really nice. Pretend you're happy.
Hmm. And you will like it.
Oh, but the day Kelly called fucking Congress on she called our senator, who ended up calling us a congressman, because she wasn't getting a flight quick enough to come over to Germany. And oh my God, that caused all kinds of ruckus on post. Me and a couple buddies, I'd gotten an apartment because I knew she was coming, so I'd secured an apartment. And me and a couple of buddies, we said, okay, let's go to the apartment this week. We'll set it up and we'll check out the town and find out where the bars are. And about midnight, 1 o'clock, there's a knock on the door, and there's my first sergeant standing there. Bean, do you know where your post commander is right now? I go, no, sir. I didn't know I was just being a smart ass. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. He goes,
Yeah.
he is with the battalion commander. Do you know where he is? I go, no. He goes, he's with the company commander. And they're all waiting for a phone call from your fucking senator. Uh-oh. And it was on. I had never been singled out so many times. And then when the wife got there, the first stop we made, we didn't go home. We went straight to post. I told her,
See,
you
I
go into
told
the
you.
company commander's office and you apologize to that man.
Yeah, I bet you wish you would have taken that really sketchy tattoo.
Oh, God almighty, she caused trouble. It got action, though.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Good for you, Kelly.
But we'd get a lot of congressmen, a lot of senators, a lot of fact-finding missions, and they always ended up at Ray Barracks because that was the one that Elvis Presley served at.
Of course.
I was so sick of that man by my end of my tour. And I never was a fan of him because my mother and her best friend were Elvis fans through and through. And my mother's best friend ran a ceramic shop. So if it could be made out of ceramic and it would depicted Elvis, she had it. Oh my God. I can remember the last concert he put on up here before he died. standing out there by that fucking hotel for hours with our mothers, me and my friend, and just to try to get a glimpse of him. I'll never forget the screaming masses of women.
Wait a minute. What wasn't there a velvet painting involved in there somewhere?
There might have been. Oh God, I hated
Velvet
Elvis.
paintings of Elvis back in the late 70s.
And then the bar we found in my town that I lived in Germany, the bar that I decided was going to be it, only had one American song. Actually, two American songs on the jukebox. One was In the Ghetto by Elvis Presley, and the other one was 19. I can't remember who wrote that, but it was 19. The average age for a soldier in Vietnam was 19. That song. Yep, that was the only two American songs on that fucking jukebox. And it took me months to get him to change the music. Good old days. I miss that. They were good people. They took me in. I was part of the crew. I mean, every time there was a big soccer game, everything closed. The bars closed. Everything
Yeah.
closed. And when this bar closed, they opened up the basement to their friends. Well, I showed. I didn't know there was a game on. I showed up at the bar and it's dark. I can't get in the door, and I hear, "Hey!" And I look down and through the basement window, and they brought me in, free food, free drinks. I didn't know what they were saying. They didn't know what I was saying. I watched the game. I cheered when they cheered. We got along great.
That's the important part.
Yeah,
Knowing your cheers.
yeah, yeah. Always cheer when they cheer.
Shit, was that back when they had the what were they called? The hooligans were getting so bad over in Europe.
Oh yeah, there was always a riot or something. Somebody was always there was. Uh, yeah, the hooligans were one of them, but there was another big group that was known for fighting.
Yeah.
I'd know it if I heard the name, but yeah, I know exactly.
The
What
other
you
drunk
mean.
guys.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Let's go to the soccer game. We went to the fights and the soccer game broke out. Yeah.
That only happens on ice. Come on now. I went to a fight and a hockey game broke
Yeah, went
out.
to a fight. The hockey game broke out. I never did. I couldn't get into hockey. My brother-in-law, rest his soul, was hockey through and through. And every now and then we'd go in and I could go watch a game, but to watch it on TV, no.
Dude, they did that shit down here. Tried to have pro hockey teams.
All right.
The only thing these people down here know is hockey is horse shit.
Yeah.
But hey, they gave it the old college try.
Well,
That got interesting to me was when they put that colored tracer on it on the puck.
yeah.
Oh man, that was cool because then okay, now I get it.
Now I can
Yeah,
see it. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
like
but
air
God love
hockey.
them. Jamaica had a bobsled team, so
Oh yeah, they did.
yeah. So I mean, got to give it a try. Oh.
But when it comes to curling, no.
I never understood that sport. It's just ice shuffleboard. Save
But look
yourself
where
the
it
electricity
originated
bill.
at.
Huh?
Oh, look where it originated at.
I don't know any. I don't know the origin.
I think it was Scotland or somewhere in the Highlands, something like that.
Oh, I
Somewhere
kind of
where it's a
figured.
boring life, you know. It makes you sit around and think about polishing a rock, skipping it across the ice.
Okay. We get a lot of weird sports come from that area.
Yeah,
They throw trees.
yeah, they do, don't they? I keep forgetting about that one. Yeah, that is my people.
I think I'm of Scottish descent, but I'm not. I can't prove it.
Yeah. Well, that's what they've been saying. Come from the whole family, but nobody has any paperwork. Now, mom's side, it's a different story. They track it back to when Grandpa hit the shore in 1754.
Wow. See, all
Yeah,
that information disappeared when my grandmother died. She
hmm
was the historian of the family.
yeah,
And,
mm,
like all us kids, we just never paid attention because, it wasn't important to a
yeah,
kid. And then all of a
yeah,
sudden, Graham's gone, and now I'm almost 60, and I'm going,
yeah,
where did I come from?
yeah. I got the port. There was the two brothers in Georgia. One went up to Ohio, and the other one stayed in Georgia, and then moved to Texas. Our line did, and the one that went to Ohio, his son John William Wilkerson, went with Captain Pike, Zebulon Pike, up to Peak.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's Wilkerson Pass just on the other side of Pikes Peak.
Oh, no shit.
Man, that was some beautiful land because you come down it right into a valley, and there it is. It's like, wow,
Wow.
wow.
Why couldn't that have been passed down to my family?
Hell, it could have also had something to do with the overnight party that they threw me a going away party that night. Oh shit!
That's like
So I
somewhere
passed.
I'm related to the LL Bean fortune.
You know,
I
need
just,
to tell them about it.
I did. They laughed at me.
Didn't even get a pair of boots.
Well, I guess my Bean heritage is kind of questionable at best. I guess Grandpa wasn't the most faithful guy
No.
because my name I guess I should have been a Moore, but they gave me Grandpa's name, and Grandma Bean didn't like it much, and she did not like us. She hated
Mm,
the fact that Kelly took my name when we got married. Oh my
wow.
God, she was livid because that just made Dad a little happier. So, but now my grandfather Bean, he was. You talk about a man. He was a man's man. Everybody liked him. He did everything, you know, for the better of everything. And he
Yeah.
was an excellent, excellent machinist. He'd take a lump of steel and he would make a gun right from scratch. I don't know if you ever saw they did a documentary on ghost guns from the Philippines, and they
Well,
showed you how they sat down with a block of steel and files, hand tools, and when they were done, they had a Colt 1911 replica that you couldn't tell
yeah.
without, except for the markings. And that's what my grandfather could do. He could take just that
Yeah.
block of steel and he would mill and machine
Well,
every part.
I've seen it. I've seen it done. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, but skills like that are just getting lost. Everything's computerized. Nobody has to know stuff anymore.
it's like watching them count change at a drive through.
Yeah, yeah,
Because when I learned it, counting change out, you start out with what it was.
yeah. But that comes natural to you because you were taught proper.
Yeah.
We learned this shit in school. I learned how to. I had in one of my classes, we had to learn how to run a checkbook, how to pay bills, do your taxes. We learned that shit. How to apply for a
Mm.
job, how to file for unemployment.
They fall under home economics.
No, it wasn't home ec 'cause I didn't have to take home ec. I took shop class instead. We did. You had to take one or the other. You had to take an IA,
Yeah.
an industrial arts class, or
Uh,
and the jocks and cheerleaders took home ec. We did. I just went to the welding class.
yeah, but in high school, man, I could look through the glass at the home ec class and look at them girls.
Huh? No,
But drafting was boring.
I took drafting. I took drafting. I took every industrial arts class we had. I took small engines. I took automotives. I took graphic arts 1, 2, and 3. I took electronics, woodworking, metalworking. If they offered it, I do it.
I'm sorry, they didn't have none of that fancy shit
Yeah,
when I was going.
yeah.
It was
No,
a chisel and a hammer.
we did the graphic arts, the printing presses, and from everything from the
Yeah,
old Gutenberg press to
those are
the
cool.
yeah to the well, at the time it was the latest whatever they I can't remember what they called it now, lithograph. I don't know.
The
It could do
lithographs.
four colors, up to four colors at a
Yeah,
time.
yeah, it's lithography.
Yeah, it was cool. We had a lot of fun in shop class. I mean, that was half my high school experience. Because
Yeah,
everything I learned back then, with the exception of the woodworking, is pretty much obsolete. Because I don't know.
yeah,
Well, I can work on a small engine because they haven't changed, but open the hood of a
yeah.
car today and try to find your way around.
Well, we had that's when everything had switched over to Votex, is what we had around here,
Yeah,
and you
well,
could
we
go
they
there and do
offered
your
that. I
classes
didn't go
in.
that far.
Yeah,
Where you go
no,
to another school, an actual higher learning.
I'm sorry. I like to hang out with the girls.
Yeah, well,
You know how that goes.
didn't have a lot of time for girls in high school.
No, I thought that's why we went to high school.
No, because if I wasn't piling steel, I was cutting wood. If I wasn't cutting wood, I was shoveling cow shit or pig shit. If I wasn't doing that, I was doing chores at home. Yeah, there was always something to do. I liked working on the farm best. That was great. No, can't cut the wood today. I gotta go work on the farm. Yep. Up there, all you get bit in the ass by pigs, and you get to smoke dope and butcher rabbits and good old days.
Yeah, fun stuff.
Fun stuff. You ever broke a rabbit's back and twisted his head off? You ain't
Yeah,
lived.
and damn it, Tammy wouldn't let me pick up that fresh possum out in the road the other day.
No, possum ain't bad until you realize what you're eating. Because my dad, we grew up with old Ralph Sandin. He was a woodsman. He lived in a shack and he ate roadkill. He was your typical backwoods woodsman. And then we had my uncle, and then we had several other unsavory characters in the area. So it was always a joke, you know. Somebody always had a pot of stew on. You'd go see Ralph. There's a pot of stew on the stove, and you'd eat it, and they'd all snicker. And Dad was the biggest offender because he'd know. And then they'd tell you, "Oh, that was skunk from the other day," or "That was woodchuck," or "That's possum," or yeah. But it was always good until they told you what it was.
That's kind of like Oriental food, ain't it?
Yep, yep. It's always good until you find out what you're eating. Don't ever read the ingredients on a can of potted meat. You'll never eat it again, you
Yeah.
know? Yeah, I've eaten some pretty weird critters. But the beaver surprised me. Kelly, to this day, will, yeah. But yeah, we went to a cookout and the guy cut the burger meat with beaver.
Yeah.
And there was a very distinct flavor, but it wasn't horrible. You know what I'm saying? It was just different.
Yeah. Kind of gamey.
Yeah, a little bit. I guess you could call it gamey, but when I think of gamey, I'm thinking like a big old swamp moose or something like that. You know,
Oh,
you can barely get it down, or like an old piece of mutton. I don't know if you ever had an
oh
old
no.
sheep that should have just been buried. You
Mm.
know, but you can usually, if you get meat like that, uh, pressure cook it with a little bit of vinegar. And you won't taste the vinegar, but it will help break down some of that gamey taste.
Yeah. Well, didn't they also use beer
I guess beer would
or
work. Yeah,
wine? A
yeah,
wine, a good strong wine.
yeah. You can also
Morgan
use
David.
citrus too.
Yeah.
But the best thing to remedy that though is just don't shoot your moose or your deer or your game out of the swamp. Like
Yeah, you got
I
to.
live in southern Maine, so we've got a lot of corn, a lot of apple fields. So our deer, our moose, kind of tastes pretty damn good. You know, a lot of
Yeah,
acorns. So it's pretty good. You shoot a deer down around here. You go up north, like I say, get a big old swamp buck. Yeah, it ain't
yeah,
worth it.
it's kind of scrubby down here, you know.
Yeah, but you guys got them. You don't have whitetails, do you? You got mule deer and shit.
Yeah, mule deer would be, or the whitetail would be out closer towards Arkansas, I'm thinking,
Yeah,
maybe
because
up towards
they're more
Kansas.
wooded, evergreen. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You guys got muleys, maybe red deer, some red
and don't
tails.
forget the badass jackalope.
The jackalope. I'd like to go hunting a jackalope.
We'll have to take Dylan with us.
I got him scheduled for the snipe hunt.
Oh well, yeah, he's got to do both, man. Yeah.
And then, maybe if we planned it right, we could go snipe hunting. Then the grunions will be running.
Yep. Don't forget the grunions. That's a good little obstacle course. But the frog gigging, come on.
Oh, gigging. You know, the damnedest thing I ever see was my sister-in-law. Don't really like to call her that, but anyway, bet me money that she could catch a frog with just a piece of string and a red piece of cloth. And by God, it works. I don't know why, I don't know how, but I saw it work. My favorite used to be catching crabs with a string, piece of clam and a string. We'd go
Oh
down,
shit.
and one of my friends when I was in grade school ran a lobster boat, and we'd go out with him on the weekends on the lobster boat. Well, while he was ready in the boat, we'd take some of the broken clams and shit from the dock and tie them to a piece of string, throw them over the dock, and you'd catch
Yeah.
crab after crab after crab.
Yeah, the best thing down here was salt pork.
Yep,
Put it on a hook. And that's catching crawdads.
yep, that works. But the broken rotten clams are free. And then
Yeah.
you take a bicycle tire, and then you can dangle multiple strings, and you lower it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we used to have a lot of fun down on the waterfront. But I loved going out on the lobster boat.
I wonder what else he gets done before the night's over.
I don't know, but that man, when's he gonna sleep?
Anytime he wants to.
He's done more in the first couple days than the whole last
Yeah,
administration did.
yeah, tell me he didn't have a plan. He'd come in hitting hard and heavy
Yep.
and keep going. Don't stop.
Instead of campaigning that I will fix this, we'll do the work, he just said, elect me. And now he's just doing the work.
Yeah. But he's got the greatest background. What does he do? He wants people to have stuff done on a deadline and preferably before, maybe give you a bonus for it,
Yep.
but not do it now.
It's gonna hurt no matter what. So just like a band-aid, rip it off quick. Let's get it done now.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Dude, they've got so many bombs sitting around waiting to go off, figuratively
Yep.
bombs, and you got the Federal Reserve getting ready to have a big fight. And what I would hope come out of it is the Federal Reserve is gone and the Senate comes up with a banking system of our own.
Yep.
the way it's supposed to be, like the Constitution says.
Yep. We need to go back to the gold standard.
Yep. But that's what I liked about some of their ideas on getting into cryptocurrency. They're wanting to get the backed crypto, it's backed with gold and silver.
Yeah.
Could be a good thing. He was talking with the old boy from El Salvador, probably checking in to see how his adventure's going with Bitcoin,
Yeah.
because the state is Bitcoin.
I'm so tempted just to take a couple $100 and throw it into Bitcoin, see what happens.
Now, do you some studying, man. There's different places that you can find.
Yeah. It's just all that shit so new to me. So I know it's not new, but it's new to me. I haven't looked into it. I have never considered it.
Hmm.
It's a big step for somebody like me.
Yeah, think of it like gambling.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically, what it
And like
is.
I said, I wouldn't go whole hog and dump 10 grand into it. But I could see three, four, $500. Just let it sit there. What happens?
250 on black, 250 on red.
Yeah. I don't know, but I just love the change in the air, the feel. I I just can't explain it. It just feels different. Trump is going to do wonderful things. And don't get me wrong, he's going to do some things that I'm not going to like, or you may not like.
Yeah,
But you can rest assured, I am convinced that that man has nothing but the best interest of America at heart.
it really looks that way right
Yeah,
now.
I mean, they tried to kill him. They tried to throw him in jail. They've smeared him all over the world, and he's still standing strong.
Yes, and that kind of puts a little scare into other world leaders.
They shot that
He ain't
motherfucker.
playing. I remember what he said the last time he was in.
Yeah, and he's done enough of what he's said to make people believe he's going to do what he says.
How many personal pictures does he have to pass around?
Exactly. No words needed. Yeah, and I'm sorry. I feel bad for you snowflakes. Well, not you snowflakes, because we don't get that many in our chat. But the
Yeah,
snowflakes out there, you're done. It's time for tough love. It's time to, like
yeah,
I said, hit that reset button. Then we'll
yeah,
talk
yeah,
about it. Go back to the hippie commune days. If you
yeah.
really don't like your government, you don't like my way of life, go buy a piece of land somewhere and live like a in a commune.
Do it the way you want.
I'm fine with that.
You know,
Yeah, you
but
want
you always hear, that their recognition is being squashed. No, we've already recognized you, man. We put kids in those rooms by themselves
yeah,
when they will not quit playing make believe.
yep,
Because little do you know, this the psychological book will go back to the original diagnoses.
yep.
But more like wait and see. Come on.
Yeah, he's got a lot more to do. We're not out of the woods yet.
Mhm. And you got these big mouths thinking they going to trip up the system.
Yeah,
Like that first lawsuit already on him from Seattle
yep.
for birthright citizenship. Last time I checked, didn't the Supreme Court say the president's the one who makes that decision
I
on
thought so. But what part of you're not a citizen? You're
yeah,
not an American, United States of America citizen. You're
yeah,
not. Sorry.
yeah. And it's not just like right now. This shit's been going on. What was it, the 80s when the Chinese started coming over here for the American citizen baby,
Yep.
anchor babies.
But I can go move and live on the reservation, but I still don't get the check that the natives do. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I'm still, it's just get over it. You're not them. You're not us. You're not a citizen. If you want to be, I will entertain the idea. I will hear your plea. But you're not
but
just going to get it.
yeah, there's certain ways, there's certain things you have to do,
Yes.
and you ain't jumping ahead in line.
If you want to rent my
Yeah.
back bedroom, I'm going to do a background check. I'm going to find out who you are first before I give you a key to my house.
Where was it? I've heard about that. They were saying that you can no longer check someone's background on uh, for renting your home. If you have a house to rent, you can't check somebody's background.
Oh, fuck that. I don't think you should be able to discriminate for certain things.
But shouldn't the homeowner be the one that decides who stays there?
That's what I'm saying. If I want to know what, do you have a history of arson? Did your last three homes burn down? I want to know that.
Yeah, you.
But yeah, I got a
But my,
right to know who's living in my house.
yeah, but my biggest hope is they'll bring back the sideshow.
Well, they need jobs too. I make Pelosi my fucking main attraction. Look at how dumb you can be and still know how to breathe.
I want her swinging off hooks. The daring young the drunk on the flying trapeze.
Get a couple shows before the head pops off.
Yeah, at least. But if we got duct tape, we can get a third one.
There we go. I got some
Yeah,
airplane glue.
Yeah, the afternoon matinee.
I shouldn't take so much pleasure in it. But boy, we deserve it.
Yeah, we're old enough, fuck them. What exactly can you do to me that I have not done to myself in these last 60 years, honestly?
Honestly, yeah. They're deporting
Uh,
aliens, yes. That tickled me so bad.
and no green energies.
Green energy. Finally, a world leader that's got the balls to say it don't work. I'm not dumping any more money into this.
And the pasty resistance, man. No central bank digital currency in America.
Yep. No WHO. No more question about sexes.
Oh, I didn't even give me any ice cream. I should have waited. Things so good, you got to have a dessert.
Gotta have a dessert. I don't think I got anything. I got a meat stick.
No, I got some little few pieces of slices of sirloin left, to make a sandwich.
Ah,
Mm,
good sandwich.
mit cheddar cheese. Well, I think they covered pretty much everything.
I think we did too. Go play with the cool kids.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't talk about the 51 that lost their clearance. Clarence.
Oh, yes. 51 now?
Oh, it's up to 53.
Oh, that's
No, at
even
least
better.
52. 52, Brennan.
And he
All right.
got rid of all DEI programs. That was another
And,
biggie. Yep.
and they tried to pull a slick one on him and they caught him. All they did was change the woman's position name.
Yep.
No, not happening. And then that one, James O'Keefe. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It's only getting better.
Oh. All right, then. On that note, God bless. Say a prayer for America. We're not out of the woods yet, but damn, it's looking good.
It's feeling better. It's just the start.
We love you, and we'll catch you next week. Uh
You
oh.
betcha.